Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio June 30th, 2022. There's a new moon today, encouraging your spirit to grow, explore, and expand beyond your usual experiences. In the weeks ahead, you can experience more passion for an idea, ideal, or course of study and feel compelled to share your thoughts. While Neptune's retrograde can point to a minor disappointment, it ultimately works in your favor as it fuels you to make rewarding changes. Today, avoid skipping important steps to reach an ambition and consider pacing yourself. Becoming overwhelmed by things to do will not help you to achieve more, and right now, the desire for some freedom from restrictions and routines is strong. Fortunately, this new moon is a gently motivating influence. It stirs and speaks to your adventurous spirit. It's about the broader vision emerging and a feeling of confidence taking over. Aim to self-reflect today to get in touch with your true desires, allowing a new direction, path, or strategy to emerge naturally. You're being granted an opportunity to either travel abroad with your special someone or to explore something brand new in your love life. This is especially true when considering today's new moon in Cancer, as it will shake up your exotic ninth house of expansion, adventure, higher learning, and unknown territory. This will, however, require you to step outside of your comfort zone in the process, especially with Uranus shaking up your relationship sector. Having said that, don't attach yourself to a specific outcome because your soulmate isn't always going to resemble your usual type. This could very well be one of those moments. Time to take care of your career path, now that the new moon in Cancer begins an emotionally moving cycle. Over the next 6 months, you ought to nurture your professional legacy. Becoming attuned to your desired reputation and believing in your success will help you become emotionally invested in taking the lead in your career. As this professional lunar cycle unfolds, Neptune also stations retrograde in Pisces. From now until the end of the year, Neptune retrograde is shining a light on the truth behind your job. Lack of boundaries and escapist tendencies at work will come up. Your creative mind could take over. You might feel like you have found the answer to an important problem. You'll be ready to explore different strategies that employ your imagination. Maybe you will suddenly find the perfect way to decorate your house. You could rearrange furniture and create a cozier living space. Or you might find a new way of balancing your financial accounts. You could come up with a more efficient budget. Your zest for life is infectious, allowing your family to enjoy your company in an open manner. You feel strong enough to do just about anything. Use this positive energy and meet up with friends. Wouldn't it be nice to plan an excursion for your group? Money is tight for everyone right now, and you shouldn't try to go for any extra just yet. Things should shake out for you soon, but acquiring more is fraught with peril for the time being. Patient and accepting, you feel you're able to seduce almost anyone you meet. Don't get too carried away. Not everyone is automatically impressed, even if you are friendly. Be selective about who you talk to. Take note of reactions you get. Use your intuition. If your intention is to find new love, you're successful. You could feel like reorganizing your life today. Maybe you will be aware of something you need to change in your lifestyle. You might need to start paying attention to your budget. Maybe you have been a bit too extravagant lately. Or you could find that you need to handle a relationship differently. You might need to discuss this with your romantic partner and get to the bottom of things. With a little digging, you'll soon uncover the solution. A day like this is not the time to be putting your nose to the grindstone. With so much going on in the world, now is the time to get out there and experience it. While being the strong silent type can sometimes be an 8 quality, those around you would truly benefit from you sharing some of what you hold so close to your heart. Take a break from your ever-present duties, and spend a quiet evening talking with someone you cherish and respect. Right in the heart of the working week, the moon is not only still in an adventurous part of your chart after yesterday's new moon, but a separate alliance between planets on the playful and adventurous fronts peaks. In the heart of any working week, This would send a message that life can't be all work and no play, but it comes right in the heart of Mars' last and most urgent week in your busy work sector. The fact that the moon will return to your career sector and tip the balance to the professional side of life's fence makes it even more important to embrace today's playful and adventurous influence. The moon is not only still in an adventurous part of your chart after yesterday's new moon, but is drawing closer to a friendly aspect to Neptune, in his early days in retrograde motion in your romantic sector. Overlaying this is a separate friendly aspect between planets on the adventurous and romantic fronts, amplifying a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia. Our eyes in the sky. There's a lot going on in the universe today, starting with Neptune in watery Pisces heading retrograde. Over the next few months, you'll be forced to wake up from your daydreams and face the reality of what life is throwing at you, which can be somewhat of a rude awakening for some people. Luckily, your intuition will still be working for you, helping you to make tough decisions as your delusions all but disappear. A new moon in water sign Cancer adds to your emotional moodiness, putting the people you care most about in your spotlight. Not being able to help them is your biggest nightmare, so get ready for a busy day of trying to do favors for and coming to the defense of friends and family who need you to run interference or play referee. The Sun squares Jupiter in Aries late in the day, reminding you to keep your expectations low, and a Sun-Moon conjunction in sensitive Cancer emphasizes the relationships with the people in our lives who give off major feminine energy. If one of them lets you down now, it will be very difficult to deal with. Most interpersonal problems can be dealt with in a positive way, but it's uber important to keep your emotions in check. After midnight, Neptune stations retrograde in Pisces. When the planet of fantasy, illusion, and magic is direct, the proverbial wool is pulled more firmly over our eyes. We fall prey to the folly of optimism, becoming susceptible to subliminal messaging in media, or making improper assumptions within our relationships. While our idealism can make for poetic or romantic moments, we are less firmly rooted in reality. However, when Neptune stations retrograde, the veil of illusion is lifted, causing us to see our circumstances with improved clarity. We might be confused at what is revealed at this time, experiencing disappointment akin to waking up from a dream where we have won the lotto or wound up with our unavailable love interest. We see ways in which we have allowed ourselves to be deceived, or ways we have deceived ourselves. Yet, we also can use new revelations as a jumping-off point to participate in the world in healthier ways. Neptune will move backward until December 3rd, so seek to reframe burst bubbles as learning opportunities during this time. We are not ready to give up on our past, content to punish ourselves. Under this influence, we are brave enough to imagine that our lives might look different if we do the work. Following this aspect, the moon begins its void of course, suggesting that we focus on what must be released and purged, rather than immediately trying to fill empty space with something new. Replacement therapy can be valid, but this is an occasion where stillness and self-awareness are all the replacements we need. In the morning, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began early last night. We are just a few hours shy of the Cancer new moon, and the next 2 days will find us more entrenched in Cancerian concerns of home, family, and security. Our emotions may fluctuate more than usual now, however, this influence intends to show us that our feelings are a strength rather than a weakness. During this lunation, we come to a better understanding of where, and with whom, we can safely express our vulnerability.